Okay there, folks. So, I am deciding to try and play out a couple, at least, well, one quarter here tonight. It is, what is tonight? Monday night, May 14. Hope everybody had a good Mother's Day on Sunday. And I'm going to play out the third quarter from my Nine Nations Football League game between Tennessee and Jacksonville. Currently, Jacksonville is ahead 14-10. We've already played this game once before, if you recall. And I didn't like some of the methods that I used for picking plays and players who would be targeted and things like that. So instead, I decided to kind of do a reboot. And so that's what I'm doing here. So this will probably take about an hour for this half. Or not half, but the quarter. I've also changed my stat keeping methods so that hopefully will streamline things a little bit. Now, I think what I will do, since I think I told you that I was using, so the name of this program is called Alt Dice, and I have a light here that's kind of shining itself right on the screen, but hopefully, so you won't be able to see the team sheets, but I don't think that should be a big deal. I'll be describing to you what the different team sheets mean and what it means as far as the numbers that are on the screen here. So, and actually I have a pretty significant glare as well. What happens if I do this? It's not too bad. I think we're okay. There's an advertisement here on the bottom of the screen, which you can ignore. Okay, so, you know what? I have an idea here. Let's see if I were to do this. Maybe this would help a little bit. Okay, I think that's better. Still a little bit of glare, but not from, I don't see it. And it also gives me a chance to highlight the box. Okay, so, Tennessee will receive here in the second half. They kicked off to start the first, and they are down by 4. So they are currently in a third quarter trailing by 4, so they will not really change any of their strategy as far as play calling. And so what they are is a -1 team. Jacksonville is considered a +1 defense. And so when I use the second season solo playing chart, there are no adjustments that way. Now for Jacksonville, they are a -4 team, which means they pass a lot. And Tennessee is a -2 defense. And so they are going to, there's going to be quite a bit of, there'll be some, well, there won't be quite a bit. There'll be some passing adjustments when it comes to things. So we're going to start off by kicking off, and it'll be Jason Myers doing the honors, and it'll be 62, which is going to be, he is a AAA kickoff guy, so you add 12 to 49, and that gives you a 61-yard kick. And so that will be returned. That takes it down to the 4-yard line. All returns by the Tennessee Titans will be done by Mark Mariani. And so his return will roll a 52. You check the black die will be the first, and then the white will be the second. And so kick return 52, you add 3 to his return rating, which is an 8. Or no, kickoff return is 22. So he has 22, and then you add 3 to that from 52. And so that'll be a 25-yard return, Mariani. And so Jacksonville, we will say that ran off. We'll say that doesn't run off any time. So that'll be Tennessee ball. I put a little. You're going to hear me taking little breaks here because I'm going to be here. I'm just going to call this 14:55. say 5. So 1st and 10. Okay, so 61. We set it down to the 4 and then 25. That brings them out to the 29-yard line. So we roll now on this, and so the play sheet, which takes these two sequentially, 35. That'll be an outside run. Well, no, this is Tennessee. I don't have to worry about TJ Yeldon yet. So an outside run, 15. This is the D20 for the defense. A 15 is going to be a pass defense. And personnel 6 is going to be, and 16 because, well, let's see. What do I say here? I say that this is going to be DeMarco Murray because set 6 I have being a 2 running back set, and Murray is considered the SB. I guess that's slot back, maybe. I don't know if that's what he intends, but let's see what rolls here for Murray. 41, third quarter. So FB is Derrick Henry, not DeMarco Murray. Is he a run 0? And Henry is not. So the runner will scoot out of bounds after a 12-yard gain. Murray skitters down the sideline for 12 yards and goes out of bounds, so that'll only be a 15-yard, well, we'll say that that's 10 seconds, so that's perfect. So that takes us down to 14:45. And that'll be a 1st and 10, first down run for DeMarco Murray. That takes them to the 41. Tennessee on the move. And so now at 22, that will get them an inside run. And this will let's see, there's not going to be personnel 3. The SB is Andre Johnson, so that will let's see. Yeah, he does not have a run rating, so and this will be against a safe defense. So inside versus safe, we will go with Murray again. That gets him. This will get him up to his 10th carry. He can have 20 before he gets where his skills degrade. 33, guard A. That's Quentin Spain. He is not a run 0, so that'll be a 5-yard gain for Murray again. And I didn't write down this last one correctly. I want to do run OB. So, and let me get this right. So DeMarco Murray scampers for 5 right up the gut, and so that will bring about a 2nd and 5 from their 46. I'm just seeing if there's so 56. This is going to be a pass play. It's going to be a short pass. They will target be Anthony Fasano out of the backfield, so against a safe defense. So short. I'm also in the midst of changing up my pass distribution chart a bit and my other distribution. But anyway, this will go to Fasano here. Against safe defense, short pass, and we roll, and it's a 64. That's going to be an unusual result. Could be a penalty, could be a video review, could be a fumble. That's a 12. That'll be a rare play. We go to 72 and we re-roll. So, short pass play, rare results, 52. Quarterback mishandles the snap, ball kicked, pushed, batted backwards, finally fallen on by player F, 18-yard loss. So that is a fumble, and that is going to be recovered by the defense. That is a turnover, and Jacksonville will take over after 18-yard loss. So that's going to take it down to the 24. So that is Mariota, fumble, minus, Actually, I like to write this as a nomenclature. It's going to be a, what did we say? It was 18. 18-yard fumble minus 18-yard fumble recovered. Recovered by F is going to be Paul Puzluzny. And so that will end Tennessee's drive. So that was at 14:45, 14:15. All right, so 14 minutes left. Jacksonville will take over. And it'll be a 1st and 10 from the 24. Let's double check. Yes. 28. 28 of Tennessee. So Monday Night Football, Al, that's right. So Bortles and the Jacksonville offense will get to work here trying to extend their lead from 14 to 10. So we will see what they dial up here from the 28. Looks like they're going to do an inside run. Try and bust it up. Yeah, of course, this is going to be, well, let's see. Marquise Lee doesn't really run inside much, so we're going to go with, we could go with, well, Lee isn't that kind of runner. He's an outside runner. So we're going to go with Yeldon again. Yeldon is above his limit, so he converts from a B inside runner and a B outside runner to D. And the inside run will be against the against a run defense. Wait, no. Yeah, it is safe. Never mind. My bad. They are -4. So here we go. Yeldon. And it's 14, which is he's going to lose yardage here, I think. Let's see. A D is a 1-yard loss. So that's been the story of the second quarter and then this half. Yeldon got a lot of runs early, and so he's kind of gone over his limit. So that makes it 2nd and 11 from the 29. And you might ask, well, why wouldn't you change personnel? Well, that's exactly what you shouldn't do, I think. So now this is going to be 25 means a screen because of their style of offense. So it'll be a screen pass against a safe defense. And this will be a screen to Marquise Lee, set 5, player 2. 66, E is 0 pass. Arakpo, we will say this is 2nd down. And 11, we will say it's going to be Arakpo. And he is not a 0 pass. And actually Stafford wouldn't be either. So it's incomplete, overthrown. Lee does not have an exclamation mark. So that's Bortles incomplete. Okay, so that'll leave us to 3rd down. And 11 from the 29. They're in field goal range. So they could get conservative here, but let's see what they roll. I swear I hit that roll button. So 34 on 3rd and 11. That'll be a medium pass. They're going to see if they can pick it up here against pass defense. This is 3rd down coverage. So personnel 6, this will be to Alan Hearns. See if he can make the catch here. 42 is center 2, and he is not. So no receiver open. That'll be another incomplete pass from Bortles, and the drive will stall. Not much of a drive, actually, so that leaves 13 minutes left in the half. 4th and 11 from the 29, an unimaginative drive there from the Jags. Set up in great field position, but they will, Myers will line up for so 29 and 46-yard field goal. He is good at the 60 with a AAA rating, so let's see what happens here. We'll roll the dice. 41 with a AAA. He is good to 50, so this one is just going to get through. It was hooking at the end, but it comes inside the uprights, and that will give Jacksonville a touchdown, an extra point lead. That brings it to Jacksonville 17, Tennessee 10. We'll say with 12:45 remaining. We'll say with 12:55, and then we'll we'll leave it to that. So Myers will grab his tee and go out and kick off. What do we got here? Some comments. Turnovers are killers. Nice job on the play calling package using your tablet. How long did it take you to come up with my new system? Thank you, Al, as well for the condolences. Yeah. This is the chart that they give you where all the play calls come from. The way that I'm doing all of this stuff is I basically generate it from the game books. So that's where the sets come from. Now, what I could have done maybe on the one, although it wouldn't have made a difference, because like I chose Lee, but on the third down I chose Hearns. What I could have done is just said spread. But anyway, let's keep moving along here. It's warm down here. Myers, again, kicking off. He's a AAA rating. And 43, so that'll be a 71-yard kick. That'll be 6 yards deep in end zone, and Titans will fair catch or touchback. So, okay. And we will say, so it's still 12:55. We'll say, so this will be Tennessee. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 25. Nowadays, we touchbacks on a kickoff leave you to the 25. So Tennessee, they're going to pick an outside run for Henry. Derrick Henry has a D outside run rating, not exactly the best play call for him. Safe defense, but that doesn't mean that it's going to come off of his outside run rating either. So let's see. 21 it will, though, this time. And so he is a D. That'll be a 3-yard loss. So Henry... say -3 run. So that will bring about a 2nd and 13 from the 22. So that'll be an inside run this time. Oh no, actually, wait, hold on. We can go to the 2nd and 11 plus chart. 24 is going to be another outside run, this time with Murray. Murray, a bit better outside runner. He's an A. And this will also be, well, this will be against a run. Right, yeah, we're against a run defense, outside run. And it'll be Murray. And this will be better for him. He's an A. That'll be a 9-yard gain for Murray. He gets around the outside, around the tight end, who puts in a good block, and he will pound into the linebacker and be drugged down 4 yards shy of the first down. And so, let's see, that one will take us to Making sure I'm getting this right. So 12:30. This will take us to the 12-minute mark. 3rd and 4 from the 31. And let's see. They will go with a normal offense. So this will be 3rd and 4. A 45 will be a short pass. So Mariota is going to call out a pass, and that will be to the tight end. In this case, it will be Philip Supernaw against a safe defense. Short, safe to Supernaw. Let's see if Mariota can complete this and get them a first down. 15, Mariota's an A completion percentage guy, and so that leaves them incomplete. Tough luck there. And that will bring about 4th down. Fourth and 4 from their own 31. They really can't risk going for it at this point in the game. So from deep in their territory, they will punt. And out will come Brett Kern for that. 13, routine punt. Long floating kick. 15 added to his average, so that'll take him. That'll be a 59-yard punt. Kern, 59. And back to receive it is Rashad Green. He will get in a return. And he will be able to only gain 2 yards off of that. A nice high booming kick. And so that will bring them to the, let's see, 31, 41, 49, 39, 29, 19. So the 10 and then 2. So they'll start off. Jacksonville will start off from their own 12. What a good punt from Kern. And so with say 11:30 left in the 3rd quarter, it'll be a 1st and 10 from the Jacksonville 12. They're buried deep. And so Jacksonville will begin looking at an inside run here with TJ Yeldon. And against a safe defense. And 23 will get him. He is D. He will have a 1-yard gain. So that brings up 2nd and 9 from the. Actually, I should write down the time. Gets it down to 11-minute mark. 2nd and 9 from the 13. Um, 66. Ooh boy, that is going to be a. They're going to try and test this Tennessee defense with a long pass. And that'll be against a pass defense, though. So, let's see. Who are they targeting here? That will be tight end. Let's see. 4 is going to be Mercedes Lewis. So, they're going to try to hit him on a seam route here. Can he? And 11, and it's going to be Bortles with a completion percentage A, 2 yards out of bounds. He comes down with it, goes out of bounds, gets both feet down, and so that'll be a 22-yard gain to Mercedes Lewis. And that'll be a first down for the Jags. 1st and 10. So let's see, 21-yard pass from the 13. That'll be up to the 34-yard line. So that gets them out of the shadow of their own goal sticks, and they get another 66. They're going to try another long pass, again against a pass defense. And this time it will be to Marquise Lee 52 is B a 0. He's not. Kevin Byard is not a 0 pass rated guy. He's rated 1. It's just going to be incomplete. So Bortles gets that knocked away by the defender. And that will bring it 2nd and 10 from their own 34. And they're going to look to bang it inside with, looks like Denard Robinson this time. Against a pass defense, so this possibly a chance for Denard Robinson to... Let me see. Yeah, he can only go 10 carries, and he is at 3 so far in the game. So let's see, 26. All right, so if either guard A or end A are 0, guard A is a 0 run. That's patch because Luke Jokel was injured in this game, which kind of mirrors real life. He got injured for the Jaguars in real life. But anyway, Patrick Omameh is a run 0. Alan Hearns also is. So both of those conditions were met. Offensive lineman flagged for holding 2 yards on the play. So we will say that the penalty was accepted here. They would like to... They got a 2-yard gain on the play, so we'll say... penalty, offensive hold on... We will say it's on Omameh. So that breaks back to the 24, and because the play carried out, that's 15 seconds. That brings it, let's see, so that's 11. That was out of bounds. I forgot to put that. So that was only 15. Or wait, at this point in the game, out of bounds, they restart the clock, so that'll still be 30. Incompletion, 15. Now the penalty, another 15, so that brings us down to 10 minutes. That will be a 2nd and 20 from their own 24. So we will go with the a different chart here, which will bring about a short pass. And this will be targeted to Allen Robinson against a pass defense. And let's roll it off here and see if Bortles can connect. So 45 is guard B is 0 pass. No, AJ Can is a 1. So routine completion for half R. Now Robinson is able to catch up to 8 balls, and he is at 2 right now. So this will be his 3rd reception. He's fine, and that is fine for R. Catches, so that'll leave him half R is 6-yard gain. And with the Jaguars, it's difficult because Allen Robinson and Denard Robinson are on the same team, so you have to put an initial there so you remember who is which. So 3rd and 14 from the 30. Probably be looking to pass here on a 3rd and long. And that'll be a medium pass play called against a pass defense. We'll see if they can feather it through the pass defense here. So a 3rd and long defense for Tennessee. And they will be looking towards, because they're using a spread offense, they'll be looking to Rashad Green as their intended receiver. 66 is H is 0 pass. H is going to be Bryce McCain here, and he is not. So it's going to go to the Y chart. Bortles in the second half is a 3 Y grade, but 36 will check to see if he is more than 5 or more. So that'll be an incomplete pass from Bortles. Can't find Green, and that's going to bring this drive to an end. So that'll make it, so let's see, we had passed, so down to 9:30, 9:15. 4th and 14 from the 30. And they will send Brad Nortman, excuse me, out to kick, and routine punt. That will also be add 15 to his average, so that will be a 62-yard kick. Back will be Mariani to return it, and he will be met immediately, and that will be that. So, with 9 minutes left in the third quarter, Tennessee gets the ball. But where they thought maybe they'd get some better field position, this turns the tables. So 62, so 30, 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Down to the 8-yard line, so that'll be 9 minutes left. 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line, is that right? Try that again. Yeah, 70 from 30. So yeah, that's going to be the 8. Not a good way to start here for the Jaguars. For the Titans, excuse me. Yeah, the Jaguars are in good shape now. So, yeah, you're still not in a place where you're going to adjust your play calling at all. Well, they're going to try and float a long pass. So let's see. That'll be to, they're going to send, let's see, I guess, Derrick Henry. He doesn't catch the ball very often. See, this is, I'm going to honor my thing here. So, honor my choices for, so let's see, 6 is going to be a safe defense. So long pass against the safe defense. This is going to be a throw to Henry. They're going to try to catch an underneath route and see if, not an underneath route. He's going to do a hitch and go. Maybe lining up wide. Maybe he motioned out into the flat. So 24 are either B or G for Jacksonville, 0. B is Tashawn Gibson. He's not a 0 pass. How about G? Telvin Smith? No, he's not. So it's going to be Y chart. Now, Mariota is a 2. So as long as it is above 16, he will be okay. And it's 52, so that's going to be an incompletion. So throw is incomplete. It was a good thought to try and catch Jacksonville napping a bit here. So now it will be 2nd and 10. 32 will be an outside run. And that will be Henry. Or no, that'll be DeMarco Murray against a safe defense. So hands off to DeMarco Murray. And we check if who is send Derek. Well, actually, what I'm doing is I'm using the decider die to decide who is in this position. It's going to be it'll be Roy Miller, who is a 1-run guy. He's not a run 2, so it's going to be a 7-yard gain for Murray. So that will bring up 3rd and 3 from 15-yard line. So they can be a little conservative here with their play call. 31, that'll be an inside run. And they're going to go with their heavy package here. And it will be Murray they're going to turn to here for the inside run. Actually, no, I think they will use Henry here. We can choose whether we want this or whether we want to use heavy. I'm going to use Henry here. So, and this is against a run defense. So inside run versus run. Derrick Henry, let's see, how many did he have? 6. got to make sure he's under 10 because his ratings would go up or, become worse. So let's see. Tennessee. He had 6, 7. So this will be his 8th run of the game. So let's 8th carry. 31. Guard A, not a 0. EB is going to be Tajay Sharp, and he is a 0. So no gain. Offensive holding penalty. So they're gonna decline the penalty. That will be a that'll be Henry. No run. No yards gained run. So that's going to bring up. That will make it 8:40. Wait, hold on. 7:45. Right. Incomplete. That makes it 8:45. Then 8:15. 7:45. 4th and 3 from the 15, and they're gonna have to punt from that place. So yeah, they're gonna have to send Kern out there to punt again, hoping that they can change the field position again. This is a routine punt. Whoa, slipped. So we'll just go with it. 62. -6 from average, so it's only going to be a 38-yard punt. E or better, no return. His return rating is C, so that will be no return. Okay, so with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left, Jacksonville will take over with a 7-point lead. It is 17-10. First and 10 from, let's do the math here, 15, 45, and 8. From their own 47, so a great start here for Jacksonville. Can they, they've had some good field position in this game and haven't been able to make a lot out of it. So let's see if they can do better this time. Outside run for, let's see, 17. I should use the, so, but Green doesn't have a run rating, so we will have to use Yeldon here. Outside run, let me just double check, 33. Yeah, there's no Green to indicate we can change that up. It'll be a pass defense. So, 36, tackle A or run 2. No, Kelvin Beachum is not. 2-yard loss for Yeldon. So as you can see here, when you get a couple of teams that are sort of iffy, things can be a little, second half can be a little rougher to get something going here. 45 on the second and long will be a short pass against a safe, well, let's see, against a pass defense. Pass because of the differences in ratings, or the team play calling ratings, and so this will be a pass to Hearns. If you can see personnel 1 and player 2, that will be EA. 41 is EC, a 0 pass. EC on this play is Julius Thomas, and he's a 1 pass. So not a 0 pass, so we'll go to XS. So this is a chance where you can maybe have a good go of it here. Let's see what happens. Further check 12. Are any of I, J, or K 2 passes? So that's the line for Tennessee. And this is a, what was this? This was a pass defense. So I usually just play that third and long. So, but none of these guys none of them are 2 passes. So it's going to be a 7-yard completion to Hearns. Wait, I want to put Bortles. I got to get my nomenclature down. Okay, so that'll leave him 3rd and 5. And that takes them to the 48 of Tennessee. And so with a 3rd and 5 and a 34, they will choose a screen pass. And Tennessee's going to bring the blitz. I think Dick LeBeau might have been the defensive coordinator for this team, the Tennessee Titans, and so blitz is probably a good bet here for this anyway. But here we're playing screen pass. This will be to Allen Robinson. And so let's see what happens. 65. That's going to be Jarrell Casey. He is a 1 pass, not a 2 pass, so it's going to be XS, and then there's an injury check. So let's get the XS column. 55. Quarterback Bortles is a 1 pass, not a 0 pass. So, and it's not the 4th quarter. He would have been downgraded if it was. 13-yard gain for Allen Robinson. And that will be a 1st down. And we do need to check the injury, so let's roll this out here. All right, 41. Well, that's going to be, let's see, that was personnel 3. So that's Julius Thomas injured on the play. Go to column B and roll again. And then a 45. Shoulder injury out for the rest of the game. So let's put okay, so what I do here, just got home from children. Hey, Higher Ground Gaming, how's it going? So the way that I have been doing these is that I just use a dry erase marker on these plastic sheets. So this isn't strat football, it's whatever you call it, second season. But I just cross out guys who are unavailable for whatever reason. Either they get injured during the game here, or whether they were inactive in real life. So as you can see here, I've knocked out Julius Thomas. So Lewis is going to take over. We'll probably have Ben Koyak fill in as sort of the second tight end where Lewis would have been otherwise. So, but that will bring up a 1st and 10. So a 13-yard pass brings it down to 35. And let me check my timing here. With an injury, that should only be a 15-second play. So Bortles 7 pass. That brings it down to 6:30. And then the injury would make it 6:15. That makes it a 1st and 10 from the 35 of Tennessee. And the drive continues for the Jaguars. An outside run. And it looks like it will probably be, let's see, with a good... I'm willing to give Marquise Lee a run out here on this outside run since it's player 15 and he is in the set. So we will do that against a safe well, no, it's a pass defense. Outside run versus pass. Now Marquise Lee is a quad A runner outside. And let's see, he's only had 1 run so far, so we will see what happens here with him. 65 is H, a 2 run. H is Derek Morgan, he's a 1. So is EA a run 0. That's Hearns, he is. So it'll be no gain for Lee, so that's unfortunate. So it looked like he might have been able to bust it, but we'll go 5:45. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was going to break out for a longer gain there, but instead Hearns doesn't come through with a block on the outside, and Jason McCourty is able to haul down Lee for no gain. So now with a 2nd and 10, they're going to go inside with Denard Robinson against the blitz. And this is a 54. Was laying flat. Is G a 0 run? Avery Williamson is the inside linebacker G, and he is not. So it will be a 2-yard loss. And let's see, Denard Robinson doesn't have a question mark, so no fumble. But that will be make it 3rd and 12. So Robinson, D Robinson. So 3rd and 12 from the 37. So they're just on the edge of field goal range here. So let's see. 3rd and long. They're going to go with a medium pass play. That will be against a pass defense. And this will be thrown towards, we're going to say the spread offense. So this will be Hearns. Is tackle B 0 pass? No, it's Parnell. He's a 1. So quarterback has time to search for an open man, but it's going to be, let's see, 3rd and 12. They're going to need double sixes here. It'll still be, we'll say it's still Hearns. Even though it says alternate receiver, we're going to consider Hearns to be the alternate receiver. Can he get double sixes? Nope. And what is that? I've been losing my die behind there. What is it? Where'd it go? Holy mackerel. Oh, it's the opposite of double sixes. Snake eyes. Well, that's not going to help their chances to make a field goal here. So, the pass is complete. Bortles to pass to Hearns. That's going to make it 4th and 10. Let's see, 5:45. Write down the time here at 4:45 since we're passing the 5-minute mark. 4th and 10 from the 35 of Tennessee. And so now they have a dilemma. Myers is a pretty good field goal kick guy. He can up his high, and this is going to, so this would be a 52-yarder. He is AAA, but he would need it to be under 33 to make it. So if they're gonna try the field goal here. He needs a 33 or less. I mean, they could do a pooch punt here, but they're gonna. So Myers, 52 field goal. Let's see. Needs 33 or less. So 62. It couldn't be any worse, I think. It could be a little worse. That is, he would only make that from 40. That is no good. So that ends the drive, and it looked like they might have been able to get some points out of this, but instead Tennessee will take over with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Jacksonville is still leading 17-10. But let's see. So they spot it down at the 42-yard line. Tennessee. Oh, I forgot to put 1st and 10. So all right. So Tennessee still hanging tough here. And they're going to go inside run with Henry. And it'll be a blitz defense. Let's see if they can beat the blitz here. 16. Henry is an A on the inside. And let's see. We were still under 10 carries. So A Now he's going to power forward for 6 yards here. And so that'll take it down to the 4-minute mark. 2nd and 4 from the 48. I'd love to get points on this drive. That'll be another inside run. This time against a pass defense. This will be DeMarco Murray. Quarterback Mariota is a run 0 on their side of the 50, so that will be a 2-yard loss. So that's unfortunate. Another 2 yards or 3 yards in field position, and that would have been really close to the first down. But Murray loses 2. And that will bring up a 3rd and 6. And that will be another inside run. So we've got a lot of ones coming up here on this first die lately. And they're going to hand it off to Murray again, see if he can pound it through against a safe defense. So one might argue that you could... maybe you should have an audible play available, but instead Murray will try and see. 56. H. Dante Fowler is the only defensive end on the H position left. He is a run 0, not a run 2, so it'll be a 6-yard gain plus a penalty. So let's see what the penalty involves. 33. No, that'll be a false start, so the play never got off the ground. And the way I do this is I use my D20 and I play everybody except, well, we could even do the quarterback up to 11 here. So 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We will say that it is on Bortles. He did a little bit of a bob, and so that's not going to help them out much. So 3rd and 11 from the 41. That's not Bortles. That's excuse me, Mariota. My bad. After a while, you start getting these teams mixed up. But let's see. That'll give them a chance maybe to call a pass here on 3rd and 11. 52 will be a medium pass. So that's a better play call here. Against a blitz, so maybe an opportunity to beat this blitz, and this will be Harry Douglas. 25. Or either tackle B, Jack Conklin's not a 0 pass, or guard B, Brian Schwenke is also not a 0 pass. So it'll be the quarterback runs and we get a penalty. Go to page 18. Roll again. So we have to remember the penalty, and now we have to do Mariota with an outside run. 52, H, run 2. No, Dante Fowler again is not a run 2. We go to XR. So we're still going to have a penalty roll here. 46D run 2. That'll be Prince Amukamara. He's not. That'll be a 12-yard gain, and that would be a first down if the penalty is on the defense. And so, let me see. That was a medium pass against a blitz, and does it give me any indication as to... So, penalty column, next page. We have to use this penalty column. Let's see what happens here. 26. Now, another false start, and another one where we have to decide who's got the false start. So, all of that, and so that will be Tajay Sharp, and a little bit of lack of discipline here from the Titans. It's now going to be 3rd and 16. So all of that drama and all the way back to the 36. See if they get another long play available here on 3rd and 16. It'll be a medium pass play, this time against a pass defense, so they won't get the benefit of throwing against the blitz. And this will be a throw towards Andre Johnson. So is Andre Johnson, who is the SB in this case, is he a 2-pass? He is not, so incomplete. And so let's, I got to get back to where my time is. So 4 minutes down to 3:30. So it's still at, so that's going to be at 3:15. That's a 4th down and 16 from the 36. Tennessee runs into some troubles here with some false starts. And okay, punt here will be subtract 1 from Kern's average. That'll be a 43-yard punt. And then we go, let's see, 45. Return of C or better. Yeah, he is a C, so no return. So Jacksonville will take over with 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 from, so 46, 44, 34, 24, so the 21-yard line. So we're starting to get to the point now where you can begin to think about trying to milk some clock, but not right yet. And they're going to go with a short pass here against a safe defense. Short pass will go to Mercedes Lewis. And I need to get out the right chart. So that's going to check guard B. That's A.J. Can. He's not a 2-pass, so incomplete. Second and 10. So you need to have some of these games too, right? You got to have some games where things are a little bit tough road to hoe. Safe. Let's see. Jacksonville is minus, so this will be a pass defense. Inside run against a pass. And this is going to be Yeldon, who is downgraded to D, so we'll see if that affects him here. 23 it does. It'll be a 1-yard gain. Takes it down to 2:15. 3rd and 9 from the 22. So 3rd and 9 with a 53 will be a short pass against a pass defense. They'll be throwing towards Mercedes Lewis again. Center Brandon Linder is not a 0-pass, so it'll be complete near the turf. And let's see how many yards. 2-yard gain. That's the second time I think that. Let's see. Yes. They have gotten burned twice on the Snake Eyes roll. So that catches to Lewis. But that's going to force them to punt again. So at 1:45, that'll be 4th and 7 from the 24. And they're going to have to call in Nortman. .66. Oh, no. Lineman misses block. Punt block column, board D. So a chance at a blocked punt. Let's see what happens here. He is a block rating of A, so the chance of it happening is relatively low. 26 won't happen, but it's a 17-yard punt, so they get a slight block of it, and this is going to set up right, no return. Yeah, no return, so that's going to set up Tennessee very nicely here with $1:30 left in the half. 1st and 10 for Tennessee from the, let's see, so they were at the 24, and that's 17. So it's going to be from the Jacksonville 41, so a disaster there for the Jaguars. And so a screen pass coming here. It'll be thrown to, we're going to say probably Delaney Walker. Yes, even though I don't really, that's one of the things I'm changing, is that I don't usually think a screen pass is going to tight ends, but that's what I will change in future iterations of my distribution. But anyway, so a screen pass against safe defense going to Walker, 52. Neither guy, it would either be Senderick Marks or Roy Miller. Neither of them are two pass, so it's going to be an 11-yard gain for Walker. Mariota. That'll be a first down. So that brings it to the 1 minute mark. Down to the 30-yard line, so they're getting into range here. And it'll be an inside run for DeMarco Murray against a pass defense. And a 12 for Murray, who is a B-rated runner. That'll be 1 yard. My pen got a little frisky here. 1 run. So that will bring us to the 32nd. 2nd and 9 from the 29 of Jacksonville. Okay, well, here we go. There's a chance at a short pass against a safe defense. They'll be throwing to Jalston Fowler. And it's going to be an unusual result. 6 yards defensive pass interference, so that will be a penalty. And that will be to... Doesn't give a player, so we need to choose, and we will just roll. We'll go 1 through 7 with the linebackers and defensive backs. And so 16 doesn't help us there. 19 doesn't help us there. 16 doesn't help us again. 13 barely does, and it'll be Puslesny. Well, we'll say Puslesny. So with 15 seconds, it'll be 1st and 10. That's an automatic first down. Wait, it's not a 5-yard, it's a 6-yard penalty. Takes down the 23-yard line. They'll get in one play before the end of the half here. So that is going to be now they're outside the 23, so that's a long pass on 65. They'll be throwing at... Again, it's going to be to Murray. Man, I tell you, I can't. I've got to change these. I've already started working on it, but against a safe defense. So Murray, the potential target target. Let's see. He has no catches yet, so as far as I know. 15, Mariota's an A. Incomplete, and that will end it. So Mariota comes up just a little short of the receiver, and it's batted away, and that will end this half. So only 3 points generated here, end of quarter. So that's the score here at the end of the third quarter. Jacksonville 17, Tennessee 10. This was a bit of an ugly quarter. So as I've said before, that is what you're going to have when you get a couple teams like Tennessee and Jacksonville that are not exactly the most well put together offenses. So yeah, so thanks to everybody who has given me thoughts towards the passing of our pet. We've definitely we're definitely able to move on as a family, but it's never easy, especially when you have to make a call due to failing health, and it took a little bit out of me for a few days, just because it's something that you think about. So what we'll do is we're gonna get the rest of this played up here probably tomorrow night. I want to calculate up the stats. So this is basically what the sheet looks like right now. This is what a guy, I asked for some feedback in the Play Facebook group for, thank you, Higher Ground Gaming. So I asked for feedback on the way people keep score, and he was giving me feedback on this, it is a very inexpensive way to, aside from the ink that you use writing stuff down, but it's I'm trying it out, and it's okay. Takes the stat compilation is about the same as the play-by-play sheet that was from Al Wilson. It's pretty what do I want to say? It's a little bit tedious. You don't, it's nothing. So, that's basically, as I've said on other ones here, other videos that I've posted here, you kind of you get one or the other. You either get the ability to compile stats, or you get the ability to write down your plays, and then you kind of compile stats afterwards. And if you try to do both, then you add considerably to your time. And I think that's just the nature of the sport. So, anyway, anything else I wanted to add before I wrap it up here? So, again, if anybody had already watched a Tennessee at Jacksonville game and wonder where it went, that it was that I needed to change things up a little bit because numbers were coming back a little bit unrealistic. And first it was because I realized there were players who were getting carries and being targeted and being rolled on for defensive roles and offensive roles that wouldn't have been playing that week based on injuries and stuff. And it wouldn't have been so bad if it weren't for the way that the Chicago Bears page is set up, which it's no fault of play. You have to do it some way, and I think any way you try to do it, it's going to be inadequate for someone who wants to have things play out in a realistic fashion. So, if someone's just trying to, get together with their, child, or, a brother, or, a father, or just a friend who likes to play board games, you might be willing just to say, oh, I'm going to choose, I can choose Jay Cutler, over Matt Barkley, just outright, and say, forget it, he's the better quarterback. But in this case, I really, I just needed to get a reboot of it, to just do things the right way. And so things are the right way now. It's just, there's a little more prep, and but I want to get back to the golf here soon. So, but that's why you don't see in our video list here any more of the other Jacksonville, Tennessee game, or the other Bills, Raiders game that I had played early on, because those games were invalid, and so I need to start populating other game videos so people have a chance to see what this is all about. And what I probably should do is put together a tutorial. There might already be one that's kind of like that, but it really is just a game that is very much for the number cruncher. If you're into, if you would rather play Connect 4 or, Chutes and Ladders than Monopoly, I think this game probably is not for you. But if you're someone that gets a little more, strategy, intellectual kind of stuff, this really checks out your skills. And we'll just get back to fourth quarter. Hey, T-Ball, thanks for the email. So you'll have to go back. I won't show anything else about this. I'll pull this away. I won't see anything more if you didn't get a chance to watch the rest of this. You can go back and watch it once it finishes compiling. I can probably before the fourth quarter, when I play that tomorrow, I'll have already compiled the stats, and you'll see they're pretty abysmal for 3 quarters. Not one of those games that you're just looking at and saying, man, these guys have, there's not a whole lot of Peyton Manning-esque performances on this field right now. DeMarco Murray did have a 48-yard run in the first quarter, which, he should be probably around 70 yards of rushing at the moment. So maybe he has a chance to get to 100 if he can, but see, Tennessee may need to go a little bit more passing here in the fourth quarter. And this, just to mention, the play calling chart here, you get some score effects where you can choose, for instance, if let's say you're trailing by 7 in the fourth quarter, you can choose chart A. Really, you can choose any of these charts at any time, but this becomes a little more pass heavy as you get down. And subsequently the defenses also adjust and become a little more pass, focused on limiting the pass. So we'll get this one finished up here and tomorrow, and then maybe look for some golf towards the weekend. I've got the Blues Belt Classic. It's from TPC Southwind, or its equivalent. So we'll play that out and we'll have some fun. And I mentioned playing a game with your brother. I have my brother coming for a day or two late this week, so whether we get a chance to play a game or not, I don't know. He's not much of the sports board game type, but you never know. We got a lot of rain coming. Usually we play golf. Might have to do a little change of plans. We'll see if I can goad him into maybe a game of Stratomatic, or maybe this. This takes a while, but you never know. All right, see you. Good night, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you soon.